Anna van der Breggen reflects on disappointing Tour de France Femmes debut. Cycling news. It was a tough pill to swallow. Yet Anna van der Breggen sees the bright side in her Tour de France Femmes debut. For Anna van der Breggen, cyclinguptodate.com/Anna van der Breggen, the 2025 Tour de France Femmes /cyclinguptodate.com/Tour de France Femmes turned out to be a tale of contrasting fortunes. The ex-Olympic champion and globally acclaimed climber finally made her much-anticipated entrance into the women's tour after a hiatus from competitive racing. However, her aspirations for a top spot in the general classification didn't pan out as expected. Despite her ambitions, van der Breggen had to settle for the 11th position, largely due to a single disastrous day on the Queen stage leading to the Col de la Madeleine. Anna van der Breggen's Tour de France Femmes comeback. Van Vleuten's insights, future outlook. Imagine the shockwaves that rippled through the cycling world as the Tour de France Femmes, https cyclinguptodate.com/Tour de France Femmes, reached its dramatic climax on the grueling slopes of the Col de la Madeleine. Among the most stunning revelations was the early exit of Anna van der Breggen, https cyclinguptodate.com/Anna van der Breggen, a name once synonymous with dominance in the sport. But here's where it gets controversial. Her struggles on the final climb were not entirely unexpected, especially to her former rival and compatriot, Annemiek van Vleuten, https cyclinguptodate.com/Annemiek van Vleuten. Van der Breggen, the leader of the SD Worx Pro Time team, had returned to the peloton after a 3-year hiatus from competitive racing. Her performance on the final climb was a stark reminder of the challenges that come with a prolonged absence from the sport. Yet within the Dutch camp, there was a sense of understanding and perspective, particularly from Van Vleuten, who had her own share of experiences with the highs and lows of elite cycling. In an interview on De Avond de Top, Van Vleuten openly discussed her expectations for van der Breggen's performance. "Honestly, I didn't anticipate her being up there fighting for the podium," she admitted. "While she might have surprised us, the truth is, we've already seen her struggling to keep up early on in climbs this year. So it's not entirely shocking. 3 years away, that will cost you." Van der Breggen's ultimate downfall came when she lost more time than any of her general classification GC rivals, unable to match the relentless pace set by Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, https:/Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, and her pursuers. Van Vleuten, known for her candid assessments, attributed this performance dip to a clear and undeniable factor: the 3-year gap in van der Breggen's racing career. "Being out of the sport for 3 years is going to take a toll during a stage race," Van Vleuten explained. "Your body just doesn't recover as efficiently when it hasn't endured those repeated efforts for a few seasons." Van der Breggen, a former Olympic and world champion, retired from professional racing at the end of 2021 and only made her comeback this season. While her return has been met with excitement and high expectations, Van Vleuten was quick to point out that regaining top-end form is a process that can't be rushed. That recovery capacity, that endurance, it's something you only build through consistent, long blocks of training, she said. She's still in the process of making up for lost time. And this is the part most people miss. Van der Breggen has shown flashes of her former brilliance since her return. But the reality is, her body and mind need time to adapt to the rigors of elite competition once again. She'll be a different rider next year. Despite the setbacks, Van Vleuten remains optimistic about van der Breggen's future. "It's just a matter of time," she predicted. "By next year, I believe we'll see a completely different Anna. She'll have closed most of the gap and be much further along. This year is all about rebuilding. What comes next will be far more revealing." With Van der Breggen now out of GC contention, the focus shifts to her role in supporting teammates like Lorena Wiebes, https:/cyclinguptodate/Lorena Wiebes, a role she's already fulfilled with quiet effectiveness earlier in the race. Whether she reclaims her leadership position in future editions remains to be seen. But if Van Vleuten's prediction holds true, Van der Breggen's comeback story may still have its most defining chapters ahead. So what do you think? Will Van der Breggen bounce back stronger than ever? Or will the challenges of her comeback prove too great? Share your thoughts in the comments below. You haven't seen the last of Anna van der Breggen. When it comes to Anna van der Breggen, don't assume you've seen the last of her just yet. Her story is far from over. And this is where it gets interesting. Her recent performances suggest she might still have some surprises up her sleeve, despite her return from a 3-year break. But here's where it gets controversial. Many might believe her best days are behind her, yet she continues to challenge expectations and fight her way back to the front. The latest chapter in her journey unfolded during the final stage of the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift, a race that didn't turn out as many expected. The same team, SD Works Pro Time, that had pinned its hopes on one rider a year earlier, found itself rerouting its strategy. Initially, they believed their top contender to win overall would be Lotte Kopecky, but due to insufficient preparation, they shifted their focus and handed the general classification GC hopes to Van der Breggen, who had just returned from a 3-year hiatus. This wasn't an obvious choice. Van der Breggen is a legend in women's cycling, having clinched the world title multiple times and secured victory in 4 Giro d'Italia races. Her return was supposed to add strength to the team's pursuit of victory. However, the peloton she faced has evolved significantly since she last competed actively in 2021, making her comeback more challenging than ever. During the race, a tough day on the Queen stage saw Van der Breggen fall back, finishing in 12th place overall, more than 9 minutes behind race leader Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. She was notably the first of the major favorites to lose ground, dropping off during the grueling climb of Col de la Madeleine. Reflecting on her performance, Van der Breggen explained, "I was not happy with yesterday. I had 7 really good days, and then I had one day where everything just went wrong. An off day, and it was the worst day to have it." Still, she seemed to find some comfort in the fact that her feelings had improved afterward, and she acknowledged the disappointment, but remained determined. And this is the part most people miss: her resilience. Whether or not she returns to her former peak, Van der Breggen continues to challenge assumptions about age, comebacks, and what's possible after retirement. Her journey back into the sport is a story worth following, sparking debates about whether she can still compete at the highest level or if her best days are behind her. What do you think? Is Van der Breggen still a force to reckon with? Or has her era in cycling come to a close? Join the conversation and share your thoughts. This is a story that keeps evolving,